First of all, Andrew, thank you so much for meeting me. I know we had some technology issues yesterday, but hopefully we have them all set today. And I appreciate you meeting with me so members of Kent can get some good insight while they're stuck at home on how to work on their golf game.
Jimmy, I got to tell you, it's a tough time for all of us. Certainly, it doesn't help that the weather's been so great in so many different places. I know you guys have got it good up there, and you said if the courses could be open, they would be open.
Yep.
And that's certainly making it harder for us. But here's the deal. I do know this. We're going to get out of this. That day is going to come where we can get out there and we can play golf with our friends. And really what I think we can do, I'm meant to be coming up there at some point in June. Who knows if that's going to happen? Who knows when that time is going to be? I look forward to coming back, certainly. But in the interim, what can we as golf coaches, your members as golfers, what can we all do to be ready for when that day does arrive?
Yep.
And one of the things we were discussing the other day was how can we come up with some ideas to help people ready themselves?
Exactly.
And I think it's important for people to understand, hey, we can always go and work on details, these little minute details in our golf swing, but we're not really hitting golf balls. We're not seeing the flight of the ball. There's not much of a consequence to what we're doing, but we certainly can get out there and we can work on general principles. To me, general principles are, let's hit it out the middle of the face. Let's work on our putting touch. Let's control the distance the ball goes off of the wedge when we're chipping. Let's improve our speed. Let's improve our flexibility. Things that everybody can benefit from. And so I certainly wanted to, just in our little visit here today, talk about how golfers can work on general principles that are really guaranteed to help them do a better job come golf time.
Most definitely, yes.
Okay, and so here's the theme. Okay, I think this will be a good idea, Jimmy. I like to try to communicate so that people can remember stuff, because I know I don't remember very much. So we're gonna go, 3 in 5 sets. Okay,
yep.
So whether it's 3 balls times 5 or 3 swings times 5, I think one of the most important things we can do is we can work on our speed. And so I would recommend, I've got my big stick here. I'm not going to swing. I'm in the house. I would encourage you to get outside and make sure you don't get in trouble with your spouse by swinging a club hard inside. Be careful with this. And another word of warning, make sure you're loose before you try this. Okay? And here's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, let's come up with a plan. 30 days.
Okay.
I want you to go through this every other day. So I'm looking for 15 swings with everything you've got every other day. It'll take you 3 minutes to make 15 swings. You'll be tired. You'll be beat up afterwards. You'll feel it. But at the end of a 30-day period, your body will be so much more comfortable swinging at that higher speed, that higher velocity. And we all know the value of distance in today's game.
Sure.
Just look at the best players in the world.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, they bomb it. They bomb it. Okay. And so here's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to get as far away as I can here so you can see me. I'm going to look for everybody to set up in their normal fashion, okay, dominant side, and I'm going to look for 3 swings as hard as you've possibly got, okay, and make sure you're loose, and we're going to really try to climb the ladder. Swing A, B, and C. Swing C is always going to be faster than A, okay, dominant side. Then we're going to go, remember, 5, we need a set of 5, okay, 3 swings, dominant side. Then you're going to switch your grip around, and you're going to make 3 swings, lefty version. Okay? A, B, C, climbing the ladder. Yep. Then we're going to go to our third set is going to be feet together, dominant side. And I want you to start the club forward. So as the club goes back, you're going to step forward and you're going to go swing A, B, C, climbing the ladder again. So just to reiterate that one, club starts forward, swing back, step, and let it go. I really want to hear it. You'll feel it. Now for the really fun one, the 4th set. feet start together, change your grip around, club starts forward, we go back, and wham, you're going to swing it lefty version, okay? And then our fifth set is we go back to dominant, back to our regular stance, but now we're really going to turn on the jets, okay? And I need 3 swings, and that's 15 swings. You can take a little bit of a break, take a 30-second break between each of those 5 sets, just to let you catch your breath, recover. But I really do want those ABC swings to start climbing. And I know this, if you do that, hey, in the course of 30 days, if you do it every other day, you're going to do it 15 times. You're going to feel that much more comfortable swinging faster. Okay, okay. That's one general principle, speed, speed, speed. The next thing I'd love for everybody to do, because Jimmy says there's no snow on the ground, so I know if you can get out in the backyard, take your club that you would chip with most often. For me, that would be my 54 degree, okay? I've got a 58, a 54, and a 50. My 54 degree, I chip with that a lot. And I would like for you to take, you're going to take 3 golf balls, okay? And you're going to take your club you're going to chip with and 4 other clubs. And 10 feet from where you hit your golf balls, you're going to lay the first club on the ground, and you've got 1 yard increments, okay? And so you've got 5 gaps that you're going to need to drop your golf balls into, okay? 1 yard gaps. And so you're going to set up to those first 3 shots, and you're going to go for the first gap 10 feet from you. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. You've got to try to work on landing those 3 balls in the first gap. Pick them up and come back. And then but you don't go in order. I don't want you to go the closest gap, the next closest gap. That's too neat and tidy. Okay. I want you to go the closest one, the furthest one, the middle one, the second closest one, the second furthest one. Make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
So that it's not too neat and tidy, and it's not like we're just climbing the ladder and learning how to hit it harder, harder, harder.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to help. That's going to keep us sharp when it pertains to setting up to the golf ball. And just to reiterate here, I've got an 8-iron. Just to reiterate, Jimmy, can everyone see this? Can you see this? Can you see me?
For sure. You're all there.
Okay. Yep. Feet are club head width apart. Ball is pretty much going to be in the center of my stance. 60-40 favoring the front foot. And we're just looking for that nice flowing motion where you allow your trail side, in my case, my right side, to flow through the shot and just keep working through that. Okay. 3 shots into each of the 5 zones.
Perfect.
Okay. That's our second one to keep our short game sharp.
Okay.
The third exercise, and I think this is a fun one, and you can make this as difficult as you want, but it's something to do with that. Okay. Nice. And all I've done is I've taken those little foam pads that go on the bottom of chairs, and I've stuck those onto the face of my putter. And I know these look like they're a long ways apart, and I can fit a golf ball in there easily. I got to tell you, because they're kind of thick, and hopefully you can see that, because they're kind of thick, it's not that easy. Okay. If you don't have these shoelaces, elastic bands, zip ties, whatever you can find, okay, to just give yourself that little extra added bit of feedback so you can start to get the ball to be struck out the center of the face. But this is just an add-on to our little putting technique here, because if we look at putting, if we think about putting, there's 3 skills that we've got to master. One is green reading. I hope you don't have to read the carpet in your house. Okay? I hope that was nice and flat. It should be pretty flat. Okay, so green reading, we're not going to get that here. Yep. But I've got 2 things I want us to do when it comes to putting. 1, we're going to work on start line. Okay. 2, we're going to work on distance control, touch control. Okay. Yep. So we've got green reading, start line, and touch control. Let's start with touch control first. I want you to get 5 $1 bills. If you want to use hundreds, that's okay as well. Okay? That's okay. $5 bills. And you're going to put the first one, hopefully you've got a carpet that's long enough, okay?
you're going to put the first one 10 feet from you, and you're going to go in 2-foot increments. So we go 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay? If you've got a 20-foot carpet, that's lovely. If you don't, it's okay. Cut it short. You've got your 3 golf balls, and you're going to, you can keep that on there, or you can take that off. But you're going to go 3 balls to the first dollar bill, really trying to see if you can stop the balls on the dollar bill. It's hard. If you can get 1 out of 3, that's really good. Okay? And work yourself. Don't go nice and neat and tidy. Go close one, far one, middle one, second closest one, second furthest one. Okay? Sure. Same as we did with the chipping.
Mm-hmm.
The other putting exercise, and I do like putting, certainly in a situation like this, because it's something that we can all do, is take, you've got your 3 golf balls. I would advise you take this away, okay, because it's a little too much for us to try to do at one time. I was just been messing around in my kitchen with it, and it's not that easy. I would encourage everybody to get 3 golf balls and take 2 glasses, okay, 2 drinks glasses, and put them 2 golf balls apart. So the base of each glass is 2 golf balls apart, okay? The objective, you're going to start 3 feet from the gap between the 2 glasses, okay? And the objective, we're working on start line here, is to roll 3 consecutive putts through the gap, okay? Our next stage, once you get 3 in a row, you go to 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet. Okay. Sure. And if you can get 3 in a row from 8 feet, your face control, your start line is really, really good when it comes to controlling that club face and returning it back to square as it gets back to the golf ball.
Yeah, I love it. Perfect.
Okay. Makes sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Really something, the swinging part might be hard to do if you're locked in an apartment or something. But I think we can all get out onto the driveway or the street or the backyard or something and make some swings. I think really out of the 3, that would be the most important one. Okay, that would be the most important one. So keep that body moving, keep those joints flexible. Let's get the speed going. And if we can work in a little bit of chipping, a little bit of putting, some touch control, some start line, I think that's got to help us.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's keeping us golf active, and it's keeping us engaged. We're picking up a golf club, and we're doing something. Yeah. No, I think
love that word. I love engaged. You said the magic word, engaged. We've got to stay engaged.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's why, reaching out to our members and you talking to them today is just so amazing. And it keeps our community through technology connected, which I appreciate it so much.
My pleasure, Jimmy. It really is cool over the last week just to see the golf community come together and people like yourself start to think outside the box and go, hey, my members still love golf.
Yeah.
They might not be able to play, but they're still thinking it. They're still trying to get better. They're wishing upon it. And so how can I think outside the box and do something to help them? And that's what we got to do. That's what, in my opinion, leaders in the industry, that's what they do is they adapt and they change and they go, okay, this is how we've got to do it now. So let's do it. Let's make the most of it.
Yeah. Figure it out and just keep moving. And, it gives these members and it gives everybody a chance to get away from the news, turn off the TV, go outside and just free your mind of all the stuff that's going on around us and just get back to what we love. I tell you one thing, and I'll tell the members that are listening, if you're on Instagram and Facebook, which everybody is, follow Andrew. He's interviewing some of the best minds in golf, teachers that I look up to, and the interviews he's doing on Facebook Live, Instagram Live are amazing. I'm learning as a teacher, and he's hosting these 2 or 3 professionals a day. This morning, he had Brad Faxon on for putting. Just follow Andrew. It's amazing what you're doing. We talked yesterday how you came up with this idea with having a glass of wine, and you're like, I'm going to shoot these guys a text, and